Tonight, dereliction of duty. Star U.S. gymnast blamed the FBI for turning a blind eye to the sexual abuse from team doctor Larry Nassar. Former Olympians testify before Congress, saying their allegations were ignored and diminished.
I blame Larry Nassar, and I also blame an entire system that enabled and perpetrated his abuse.
The current FBI director's apology, but will there be justice? The pandemic's toll, the shocking number. 1 in 500 Americans has died from coronavirus. Also tonight, the breaking news from the FDA about booster shots. Mission to space, the first all-civilian crew to go to orbit. Meet the billionaire paying the $200 million to take the historic group on a 3-day trip. Plus what it means for the future of space tourism. Biden backs America's top general. What the president is saying tonight after reports Chairman Milley secretly called China behind then-President Trump's back. CBS News exclusive. She survived Taliban bullets. Now Malala tells us what she fears most for women and girls in Afghanistan. North Korean threat. Rising tensions after new missile tests. And all the right moves. An innovative program that's teaching life lessons with a chessboard.
This is the CBS Evening News with Norah O'Donnell, reporting from the nation's capital.
Good evening to our viewers in the West, and thank you for joining us. We're going to begin tonight with remarkably brave testimony right here in Washington and shocking allegations that the FBI and USA Gymnastics enabled a serial sexual predator through botched investigations and inexcusable lies and cover-ups. Star gymnast Simone Biles broke down as she and other top U.S. gymnasts accused the FBI of deliberately ignoring years of sexual abuse at the hands of disgraced sports doctor Larry Nassar. Biles actually said that what happened in the pandemic made this summer's Olympics exceptionally difficult for her. More than 150 women and girls have said the USA Gymnastics and Michigan State University doctor abused them over the past 2 decades. Nassar is now serving a 40 to 174-year prison sentence. The gymnasts were on Capitol Hill for a Senate Judiciary hearing following an Inspector General's report on the FBI's mishandling of the Nassar investigation. CBS's Nicole Killian leads us off tonight from Capitol Hill. Good evening, Nicole.
Good evening, Nora. This hearing room was filled with emotion as each gymnast described their abuse and the toll it continues to take on them to this day.
Tonight, the world's most elite gymnast appeared on a different stage.
Being here today is taking everything I have.
Tearfully opening up on Capitol Hill about the abuse they faced by former team doctor Larry Nassar.
To be clear, I blame Larry Nassar, and I also blame an entire system that enabled and perpetrated his abuse.
Olympian Simone Biles was one of 4 athletes who painstakingly described being molested by Nassar while competing at the highest level.
I was naked, completely alone, with him on top of me, molesting me for hours.
Gold medalist Michaela Maroney says when she told an FBI investigator what happened, she was met with silence.
After that minute of silence, he asked, "Is that all?" Those words in itself was one of the worst moments of this entire process for me.
Her case was one of the first to be referred to the FBI in July 2015, but the Bureau failed to properly investigate, according to an Internal Justice Department report, waiting more than a year before opening a formal probe. By then, approximately 70 other young athletes had been assaulted by Nassar, who was later convicted.
The FBI and others within both USAG and USOPC knew that Nassar molested children and did nothing to restrict his access.
Days before the hearing, the FBI fired one of the lead agents on the case as Senators pressed Director Christopher Wray on the failures.
What am I missing here?
I don't have a good explanation for you. It is utterly jarring to me.
Wray apologized and said the Bureau will not let this happen again.
I and my entire senior leadership team are going to make damn sure everybody at the FBI remembers what happened here.
Do you take him at his word?
I don't take people's words for things. It has to be action. And so, hopefully today will be a day that effectuates real meaningful change.
Gymnast Michaela Maroney said the FBI agents involved in this flawed investigation should be prosecuted. The Attorney General and Deputy Attorney General declined to testify today, but they are likely to be asked about that next month when they do appear. Nora?
Nicole Killian, thank you so much. Tonight, we're witnessing